On April 25th, 2022, I started what we now know as Trev Ministries. 6 months later, now it's time to celebrate. For our 6-month celebration, I am going to answer the 6 most popular personal questions asked about me and my channel. Let's go! Well, the experience for me so far has its ups and downs. Now that I have a job, it is not as easy for me to make 2 videos every single week. I'm not able to do that anymore. I could barely get 1 video a week, so that makes it extremely difficult. However, the feedback has been amazing. I have gotten a lot of positive feedback from different people all over the world. Actually, you'll see that in question number 6. I am happy that sometimes, rather than just answering a question over WhatsApp, I could actually send a video to explain it more fully. So I'm happy to have that kind of additional resource. Another thing as well for me in terms of the experience is I learned a lot about video editing. And now I can tell you, even if the videos are like 5 minutes long, 10 minutes long, 20 minutes long, it usually takes me about 6 hours from developing the concept, making the PowerPoint, recording, editing the recording, and then producing it. It usually takes about 6 hours. So it's very, very time consuming, but it's a very fulfilling experience for me. And so far, it has benefited a lot of individuals in a spiritual way. So that's the experience for me so far. Yeah. Have I been able to accomplish any of my goals so far? I would say yes and no. Yes, in the sense that I was actually able to get started. That's actually a major goal since I've been pressured to do it for the past 4 years. So actually starting by itself is a goal. I have been able to begin 4 new series so far. I think that's also a goal, or a goal accomplished. It's still in process because I still have not completed any specific series. I do have a lot of content for each series to complete. So in that sense, you can say that I've started, but I've not actually finished any of the goals that I set out to accomplish. I have also said, and you can check it out in the first video, that the goals that I have are extremely long term. I plan to empty my brain, every idea I have that is biblically based, I plan to put it on my page. So in terms of that, I don't think that's a goal that can actually be accomplished. I personally believe I think I have enough content until the second coming, whatever that is. So in that sense, I would say I have accomplished a few goals, but I still have a very, very long way to go. Of course, this is only 6 months into the channel launch. So yeah. Alright, so this is a very popular question. From the first video, I've been getting that question. Why have I not shown my face in videos? I actually have a rationale for that. It is something that I have discussed before. The thing is, in my mind, what I want the focus to be is the content. Not the speaker of the content, not the one that explains the content, but the content itself. So I want to be able to show you what I am explaining. I believe that if my face was in the video, then you can get distracted by my facial expression. You could get distracted by how I look at the time. Maybe my hair is not cut well. You could get distracted by so many minor things that could easily throw you off. So in my mind, I felt like it just didn't make any sense to put my face in the videos so that it does not distract you from the content of the video itself. On the other hand, of course, I have been contemplating it. Of course, I would like you to decide which one is best in terms of grabbing your attention. But yeah, I've thought about it. Thankfully, because of the donations that I have received, I have been able to purchase a green screen. I have been able to purchase a webcam, and I've also been able to purchase a ring light. Right, so these are the 3 things I've gotten so far. So of course, the idea is still in the making. I'm still not sure if I'm comfortable enough. Another reason why I didn't want to put my face in the video is because it makes editing a lot more difficult, right? It's much easier to correct a frame when I made an error in speaking. So all I have to do is just cut out the error and put the picture frame of the PowerPoint back. So you would never know I even made a mistake. But if I make a mistake in a facial expression, in a movement, or I make a mistake while I'm moving, then it's a lot more difficult to correct that in the video. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to put my face in the video. But of course, like I said, I have been pressured and recommended to put my face in the video. Apparently it attracts more attention, it keeps you more focused. So I'm still thinking about it. Alright, so number 4, any new ideas? I think that's a good question, but that question is too soon. The reason I say that is because 1, in the first video, I already told you I have 13 ideas. 13. Right now, 6 months later, we only have started 4 of them, right? So I literally have 9 other ideas that I have already thought of, in addition to the ideas that I am still thinking of. So yes, I do have a lot of new ideas in terms of series, in terms of topics. So that's definitely coming in the long term, in the long run. So in terms of that, I already had new ideas, so that will come soon enough. In terms of the presentation format, I have not found anything that would make the presentations easier and at the same time more attractive. So right now I just use PowerPoint and I just voice over PowerPoint. I have considered using Canva. I still find that it doesn't provide as much variety as PowerPoint, and it's something that I have to learn. That's kind of difficult to do given that I have to make videos every week. And I've also thought of using Prezi. I don't know if you know about that, Prezi. It's almost like a more animated version of PowerPoint. I've thought about it, but again, I have to purchase it. I've thought about using Doodle. I love the way that Doodle comes out in the final production, but again, it's something that I have to learn. So in terms of finding new ways to present, I have not really gone into that as yet. I'm still trying to stabilize my channel. So these are some of the ideas that I am just thinking out loud and sharing with you. If you have any ideas, feel free to let me know. Alright, so number 5 is also another question that has been posed to me by different individuals. What do you think about running a podcast? Now, I'm gonna save part of that answer for number 6. But the thing is, for me, when I think about running a podcast, I believe that it is easier for you to learn by using audio visual features rather than just audio. Alright, I think that it is easier for someone to acquire information by being able to hear and see rather than just hear. However, based on the statistics that I have seen, it seems to me that a lot more individuals are listening to the videos rather than actually watching them. So I understand the rationale for starting a podcast. However, I think that, for those who might be able to learn by seeing, and I think some of the concepts themselves are almost impossible to explain by just saying something. I think that there are a lot of the things that I would like to explain. You would have to be able to see it. I also don't want you to take my word for it. That's actually one of the main reasons why my PowerPoint must have all the information. I know it violates the rule of PowerPoint. It is PowerPoint, I know. But I'm saying that to ensure that there is transparency, to ensure that I am not making up any of the information, I want to ensure that all the information is on the PowerPoint. So that's why I want you to be able to see and hear, rather than just hear and then you have to take my word for it, or you decide not to go and look for the information. I have presented it to you visually, so I don't think I would do a podcast, at least not yet. I've not been convinced enough to do a podcast, right? But again, that's a very good question. All right, so we are going to now go into the statistics for the 6-month period of the channel so far. I'm sure you might know the answers to some of the questions that we will go through, but some of them actually surprised me. Some of them even hit my feelings too, but we'll see them together. All right, so the first one, the top videos with the most watch hours. Of course, the number one would be the first video that I did, the intro to Trev and Trev, everything that you need to know, with 68.5 watch hours. Number 2, difficult conversations. Number 3, difficult conversations. Number 4, difficult conversations. Number 5, difficult conversations, right? The most popular difficult conversations video is actually No Good Men in the Church. I'm surprised. It's not even the finding a virtuous woman. No Good Men in the Church is the top watched video. That's quite interesting. All right. In terms of the most views, so there's watch time and there's the most views. So the difficult conversation with the most views is actually number 1. Does the Bible support polygamy? I suspect it's only because of the time, right? Because intro to Trev would still be number 1, right? But I'm kind of moving that. The first video doesn't really count because it's the first video, right? I think it's because of the hype of my birthday. It was just like the perfect time to get the attention. But in terms of the other videos, number 1 would be difficult conversations. Does the Bible support polygamy? Obviously, you know the next one, No Good Men in the Church, with 331 views. I'm very happy that Keys for Study is in that, coming up at number 4 with 299 views. All right. The next one, top liked videos. Okay, the likes area is very, very low. So the first one is 131 likes to the first video, intro to Trev and Trev. Number 2 will be Keys for Study Part 1. That is the importance of scripture. Then you have difficult conversations. Number 1, does the Bible support polygamy? That's coming on at number 3. Okay, the most shared videos. Of course, difficult conversations, again, it rules the ranks. Coming in at number 1 is the first video. Then coming in at number 2, we have difficult conversations number 1, then number 2, then number 7, then number 4. The most shared videos. The most comments, again, yeah, it's the first video. Then you have Keys for Study, then No Good Men in the Church again. Okay, let's look at the traffic source. All right, the traffic source, in other words, the source of all the traffic that takes place on the channel. So the top ways that people view my content: number 1, the browse features. So going to the home page of the channel or the notification in the subscription, that comes up at number 1. Then you have external. So this would be from you sharing the link on your status. I'm sharing the link on Facebook, in Facebook groups, or sending it through the broadcast. That's coming in at number 2. Okay. Luckily, I'm happy that this is actually in the top 5. That is the suggested video. So if you watch the video and the next video comes up, you would actually go to the next one. That's actually coming up at number 4. Number 5, at 9.6%, you have a YouTube search. Okay, The top ways that people shared my content, of course, WhatsApp at 64.2%, then copying and pasting from 16.1%. Other, I don't know what fits in other. That's 5.8%. Facebook at 4.8%. WhatsApp Business at 3.9%. Okay. The ways that people subscribed. Okay, so by watching a video, they subscribed rather than going to the channel itself and subscribe. At number 1, 86.8% went to a video in my channel and subscribed as a result of my video. 26.8% went to the channel itself to subscribe. 8.1% just searched my name in YouTube, well, Trev Ministries in YouTube, and subscribed. Okay, let's go to geography. So the top countries, this also that's very surprising. The top countries viewed from. All right, so coming in at number 1, we have St. Lucia, obviously, at 2,249 views. Number 2, you could never guess number 2. There's nobody that could ever guess number 2. All right, number 2 is India. I don't know if somebody using VPN, right? I genuinely think somebody just using VPN and they're watching it that way. All right. Anyway, but yeah, India is at 172 views. The USA at 92. Trinidad and Tobago at 24. Antigua and Barbuda at 21. Let's look at the age ranges of those who watch. So 29% of the views, the total views on my channel, 18 to 24 years old. 25 to 34 years, they are the ones that have the majority of the views at 54%. 12.6% of the views are ages 35 to 44. 0% of the views are from 45 to 54. And 10.3% of the views are from 55 to 64. Right? I found that to be quite interesting as well. Okay. The subscriber gender. Okay. So 43% of the views are watched by males and 56% of the views are watched by females. Now you see, with that in mind, I will adjust accordingly. Okay. Subscription status, that is how many are watching and have not subscribed, how many are watching and have subscribed. Okay, so 58% of the views that I have are from those who are subscribed, and 41% of the views are from those who are unsubscribed. So again, if you are watching this video and you have not subscribed, I encourage you to subscribe. I am trying to get to 500 subscribers by the end of this year so that I can have a YouTube community. Right? What that is, basically I'll be able to put polls and like small competitions in the YouTube app itself, but I need 500 subscribers to get that done. All right. The device type that is used, this one, well, it kind of makes sense. 77% of the views that I have are from the phone, 14.4% from the computer, 5.7% from the TV. It seems some of you all are rich, you'll have smart TV. 2.7% of you are watching from a tablet. Of course, the OS would be Android at 68%. Wow. Android at 68.1%, Windows at 12.5%, then Apple, of course, Apple will always be after Windows and Android at 12.3%. Then you have Amazon Fire at 2.1% and Macintosh at 1.2%. All right. So these are just some of the very interesting statistics. Oh no, there's one that really hurt my heart. The average watch time. The average watch time is 5 minutes and 34 seconds. That hit my heart the most. You know why? because most of my videos are 15, 18, 20, 21, 25, 30, 35, 40 minutes long. So I don't know if I understand the stat correctly, but it seems to me that a lot of individuals are only looking for specific parts of the video rather than actually watching the entire video. So that means I'll have to, like, even if I'm not done with the topic, it seems that I'll have to break up the videos into much smaller portions. So I'm gonna adjust that. But yeah, that I feel like, yeah, the attention span, that it's too short. But anyway, I'll still make the video shorter anyway. For me, it doesn't make any sense to me in my mind to like not complete the thought in the video. That was my issue. But yeah, I think I'll break it up into smaller portions into smaller videos. I'll break it up into smaller videos, and that way I think the average watch time will match the video length better. Alright, so these are some of the most popular questions that I have been asked by passers-by, friends, family, church members. So I hope that you learn something new, and I want to encourage you to keep in your prayers, because it's a lot to juggle with so many different responsibilities. And yeah, until then, Trev Ministries over and out. Alright, ready? You sure? Yeah. Alright, cause I'm not ready. But we'll make the most of the time we have now. Okay, I think I know how to answer that question. Alright, ready?
Still roll.
Say it again?
Still roll.
Oh, so you have to cut out all that and then send me it, or you send me it as it is? That's crazy.
That answer back.
Yeah, okay.
Just give me a clap. Just give me a couple claps. Alright, okay.
So this part number 6, so we're gonna look at all the main statistics for the channel so far. I'm sure you might be familiar with some of them, but some of them they really surprised me. Alright, so let's just go right ahead. So the top videos with the most watch hours. You see how I work my nose, they have to carry the whole thing. That's why video is just annoying. Okay, let's start again. Yeah, so these are all of the questions that I was given. These are the most popular questions that I have been asked by, I'll say that again. Psych. Do, re, mi, so. Okay, now I'm from Ghana. I never do Spanish. Okay. Trev Ministries. Now, 6 months later, it's time to celebrate. I do nothing. Let's go. No, I don't like that at all. What did you say? Come on, vámonos. Everybody, let's go. Okay. Straight. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to eliminate the laugh that's coming.
Just laugh.
Okay. Alright. Alright. I'll get it out.
Yeah.
I'm done. That's it.
Good.
Let's go!
Take it.
Let's go!
Take it.
Let's go!